Hello, my math wizards! Welcome to Easy Math Concepts. This is Teacher JEM. JE stands for the first two letters of my first name, and M stands for the first letter of my surname. So it's Teacher JEM. Today, let's talk about arithmetic sequence. Do you recall those early days in preschool or grade 1? When your teacher would encourage you to count from 1 to 10, or count by 2s, by 5s, or by 10s? Little did you know you were already delving into the intriguing world of arithmetic sequence, otherwise known as arithmetic progression. First, let's define a sequence. What is a sequence? A sequence is a set of elements, maybe objects or numbers, arranged in a particular order, following a specific rule or pattern. In a sequence, the elements are placed in a specific order so that one comes first, followed by the next, and so on. The order of the placements of the banners here is such that blue comes first, followed by yellow, red, green, and then blue again, yellow, red, and green. Sequence follows a specific pattern or arrangement. In this example, the pattern consists of 4 colors, which repeats in the same order after the 4th color. The pattern of this sequence is similar to the previous example. This time, after the 5th shape, it goes back to the first one and follows the same order. So, my math wizards, without much thinking, we can easily tell what shape goes here, here, and here, right? Right. So, after triangle here, let's just copy the previous pattern. So we have square here, next is star, and last is hexagon. We have here a sequence A, E, I, M, after which we need to identify the last 3 letters after the letter M. To answer this, we need to determine first what is the pattern. Okay, so the first letter is A, followed by E. So it seems that some letters here were skipped. So these are letters B, C, and D. After E is I, so 3 letters were also skipped. And these are F, G, and H. Between I and M are J, K, and L. Between M and this letter are N, O, P. So the next letter after M is Q. My math wizards, can you now tell what these last 2 letters are by applying the pattern in this sequence? You're absolutely right. The last 2 letters that we're looking for in this sequence are U and Y. So, we have letter U here and Y here. The letters that were skipped are RST and VWX. Sequences may also be classified according to their duration or length. Hence, a sequence may be infinite or finite. Infinite sequence is a type of sequence that has no end point. It goes on indefinitely forever. Finite sequence has a limited or fixed number of terms. It has a definite starting point and a clear ending. Examples: for finite, we have numbers that are multiples of 5 until 100. So it stops at 100. It has a definite end, that's why it's finite. On this side are numbers that are also multiples of 5, but it is an example of an infinite sequence. Why? Because the last number is unknown. It means it has no stop, and so the sequence continues endlessly. The 3 dots at the end of the sequence represent an ellipsis, which means the sequence continues indefinitely. Another example, the colors of the rainbow is finite because rainbows have 7 colors, whereas the stars in the galaxy are countless, so they are infinite. Another example, odd numbers from 1 to 9 are finite, whereas odd numbers 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and so on are infinite. We have a sequence here: 1, 4, 7, 10, and 13. Each number in this sequence is called an element of the sequence. It is also referred to as the term of the sequence. So everything that is contained herein is called the term or the element of the sequence. Moreover, each term is listed in a specific order. So 1 is the first term, 4 is the second term, 7 is the third term, 10 is the fourth term, and 13 is the fifth term. The terms in this sequence can be written as a sub 1, a sub 2, a sub 3, a sub 4, and a sub 5. In this case, a sub 1 is the first term, a sub 2 is the second term, a sub 3 is the third term, a sub 4 is the fourth term, and a sub 5 is the fifth term. So the value of a sub 1 is equal to 1, a sub 2 is equal to 4, a sub 3 equals 7, a sub 4 equals 10, and a sub 5 equals 13. My math wizards, let us now tackle arithmetic sequence. What is an arithmetic sequence? There are many types of sequences, and arithmetic sequence is one of them. As a sequence, the terms are systematically arranged in a specific order. In this sequence, the order is 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10, such that 2 is the first term, 4 is the second term, 6 is the third term, 8 is the fourth term, and 10 is the fifth term. Another characteristic of an arithmetic sequence is that it has a definite pattern. The pattern is that the difference between the consecutive terms is always the same, and that difference is always a constant. This difference is called the common difference. Each term is obtained by adding or subtracting the common difference. The pattern is based on addition and subtraction. Let's look at the pattern. So we can see here that 2 is the first term, 4 is the second term. If we get the difference between 4 and 2, it will give us 2. The difference 2 remains constant or remains the same for the succeeding adjacent terms in the sequence. That is why 2 is called the common difference, because it remains the same all throughout the sequence. By adjacent, we mean two numbers that are besides each other, like 2 and 4 are adjacent to each other, 4 and 6 are adjacent to each other, 6 and 8 are adjacent to each other, and 8 and 10 are adjacent to each other. Suppose you do not know the value of the common difference. But if you know the value of the first term and the second term, you could still compute for this. Okay? So let a sub 1 be the first term or initial term, a sub 2 be the second term, and let d be the common difference. So this is the formula for the common difference. D is equal to a sub 2 minus a sub 1. Before we answer this problem, let's write all the given values first. So a sub 1 is equal to 2 and a sub 2 is equal to 4. Now, let's substitute the formula with the given values. So d is equal to 4 minus 2. D is equal to 2. So the common difference is 2. So let's box our final answer. There are instances when we need to compute for a sub 2 because the value of the second term is unknown. Hence, this is the formula for a sub 2. A sub 2 is equal to a sub 1 plus d. As usual, we need to jot down all the given values. And since we are looking for a sub 2, the value of the first term, which is a sub 1, and that of the common difference, which is d, are given. A sub 1 is equal to 2 and d is equal to 2 also. Now let's substitute the formula. A sub 2 is equal to 2 plus 2, which is 4. That means the value of the second term is 4. Let's box the final answer. That's it, guys. Easy peasy, right? My math wizards, stay tuned for my next video. We will be discussing about the nth term or the general term formula. Thank you for watching. See you next time.